I've got some goods here whose owners might miss them.
All right. Let's see what we can do about that. Spy?
Can we do something about the price?
Sure. Why not?
What about this?
Close. Drop the price a bit more and we'll shake on it.
Satisfied?
That sounds pretty interesting.
I'll go for that. Can you tell me something about the other millers?
There's a couple of other fellows around here in my trade. Wojciech in Kohelnitz and Simon in Sasa.
Tell me about Wojciech.
He's young and hot-blooded with a short temper. But he's a fine fellow when you get to know him. His heart's in the right place, and he's always willing to lend a helping hand. Unfortunately, he got himself into a feud with that usurer, the merchant Wolfram Pruder. A slimy bastard he is, and now they're sworn enemies.
What about this Simon in Sasau?
An odd one he is, a loner who don't talk much. But he's as dogged as a hunting hound once he gets his teeth into anything. He won't let go until he sees it through, even if he has to walk over dead bodies.
Tell me something about yourself.
There's nothing much to tell. I was born at the mill, I live here, and I'll surely die here. But before I do, I've plenty of work to do, and I hope I live to see peace in this land again.
Can you tell me... What about the Skalitz folk?
God sent them to punish us for our sins. They don't work, they just idle around begging. And you want to keep a close eye on your belongings when they're around. I'll be glad to see the back of them.
What do you think about everything that's happened?
I don't concern myself with the doings of my betters. But this mess isn't good for business. Them two brothers should sort things out between themselves without dragging us into it. I don't give a damn who's king, but that usurper from Hungary has gone too far.
Do you know anything about those Cumans?
The heathen scum that Sigismund brought here. Why do you even ask? You've seen with your own two eyes what they're capable of.
That's all. Would you teach me something about the, milling craft? Like how to get things out of strangers' purses into your own?
Aye, why not? You're handy enough. No doubt you'll master it. Come behind the mill where we won't be seen. God be with you. I'll stand here and pretend I don't know you're there. You try sneaking up behind me without me seeing you, and take something from my purse. First, you have to rummage in the purse. The longer you do it, the better chance you have of finding something valuable, but also of getting caught in the act. Once you've found something you want, you've got to pull it out, carefully, but fast enough so I don't notice. Try stealing my dagger. It's there, mixed up with other things. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. That's the way. I hardly noticed you were there. I think you're ready to try it out for real. Best practice on drunks and sleeping folk, so you don't end up in jail before you even get started.
Thanks, Peshek.
You're welcome. But I'll be having that dagger back now. Good luck, then. Try unlocking this trunk. Hold the lockpick in your right hand and use it to feel out the tumbler. In your left hand, you hold the blade and use it to turn the whole mechanism at the right moment. It's quite easy. Got it? Good. Now turn the whole lock with the blade, but don't stop holding the tumbler with the pick. Otherwise, you'll be fucked and you'll have to start all over again. You forced it and broke the lockpick. That crack could be heard in Kuttenberg. You have to watch out for that. An experienced guard will recognize the sound at once.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
What's that? You're a dab hand, Hal. Make something out of you yet. But remember, this trunk's only for practice. With real locks, you have to watch out for the pick. Try it a few more times if you like. Then good luck with the real thing. Look out.
Look out. Look at you, lover boy.
I'd like to know... So, how do you like it in Rattay?
It's a big town with good strong walls, so I suppose we're safe here. And they took us in our hour of need, but for how much longer? They'll grow tired of us soon enough.
How are the Skalitz folk getting on?
They're alive, that's the main thing. They have shelter, but they're just scraping by. Rattay's citizens aren't happy the town is full of beggars who don't look like leaving anytime soon.
Do you know anything about those human rapists? About... you know.
They came to Hungary from God knows where, and now they... Well, folk tell awful stories about them. I hope I never see them again.
That's all. Have you got a moment? I'd like to ask a few questions about Skalitz. I don't remember much.
All right. What do you want to know?
How did you get me away from Skalitz?
It wasn't easy. Sir Robard and his men helped load you on a wagon and we harnessed an old nag the bandits had left behind. The soldiers escorted us all the way here, God bless them.
What about the bandits?
Sir Robard and his men routed them. They killed the few, but the giant who attacked you fled, and Zibishek with him. It won't be safe in Skalitz for a while yet.
Why would Zbyszek do that? I never thought much of him, but banditry?
He was always a nasty piece of work. Doesn't surprise me he joined them. If you knew what he did to me.
Tell me.
When those... Cumans, they call them. When the Cumans came, Zbyszek pushed me out in front of them and fled. He sacrificed me to save his own hide.
That bastard! Where's the sword I had?
You had a sword? It's gone now. Those scum took everything, including your horse.
I don't give a damn about the horse. I stole it anyway. But my father forged that sword for Sir Radzig. I promised father I'd take it to him. I have to get it back.
Well, you can't. Just be thankful you're still alive.
What happened to the other survivors from Skalitz?
They sought refuge in Rattay, and some of the Rattay folk are none too happy about it.
And Matthew, Fritz and Matthias? Johanka? Did they make it?
They're alive. I heard Matthias is at the stud farm in Merhojed. Johanka is in Sasau, and Fritz and Matthew, well, you know them. They're up to no good somewhere. The only trouble they'll be in is of their own making.
What about Sir Radzig?
Sir Hanush, he's the Lord of Rattay. He gave his lower castle to Sir Radzig, a place called Perkstein. Sir Hanush lives at the upper castle. The Skalitz folk have made camp in front of it.
How did you get away from those Cumans?
I thought I was finished, but I grabbed a dagger from one of them and... Wait, how do you know what happened to me?
I fled from the castle. I saw what was happening to you, but there were too many of them, and I didn't know what to do. I knew I couldn't fight them all. I'm so sorry.
I understand. You made the sensible choice.
No, but I wanted to...
You don't need to say any more. Besides, I managed well enough on my own. I cut their throats.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure you are.
I won't trouble you anymore. Let's leave it be.
What are you up to? How would you like to, I don't know, come for a walk?
A walk? I'd like that very much, but I can't right now, Hal. Give me some time to settle in, will you?
If that's what you want.
It's not you, Hal. It's just this isn't a good time.
What in the... Hey! God! Come here quick! There's a thief over there! Help! Arrest that thief! I see a thief! God!
Help! Arrest that thief!
What are you staring at?
What are you
The
gaping
bats
at?
are for paying guests.
Have you paid?
Not idlers with nothing
No.
better to do.
Then get lost.
Can I help? God be with you. What can I do for you?
What are you staring at? The bars
What
are
are
for
you
paying
gaping
guests, not
at?
Goodbye.
idlers with nothing better to
Paid?
do.
Now,
No,
then get
no
lost.
staring at my breasts. Unless you're willing to pay, and then you can even touch them.
Look here.
Hey, you
If
there?
I didn't care about the view
Looking for
while
Are you
something
going to
bathing,
around
hang
here?
around
I'd
here
get my old
gaping like
woman
a
to
stuffed
fill up the
squirrel
pig
all
trough
day and
with
night?
water and sit in it looking at
Can't
her
pay
miserable
for a
face.
bath. Clear up.
So stop, Mummy.
What are you gaping
and
at?
do what you're paid
Have you
for.
paid? Now, then get lost.
Has something happened?
What
What are you staring at? The bats are for paying guests.
What are you
not
gaping
idlers
at?
with nothing better to
You
do.
paid? No? Get lost.
What hole did you crawl out of?
Good day to you.
No business.
What do you need?
here.
Staring at. The bats are for paying guests, not idlers.
Are
with
you the
nothing better
brawler
to
who
do.
takes bets?
What's it to you?
I'm a Skalitz refugee, and I'd like to try my luck against you.
Hang on, I know who you are.
Hey, you
And I'll
there?
only fight you for silver.
Are you
Got
gonna
it?
hang around here gaping like a stuffed squirrel all day and night? Can't pay for a bat.
Why for silver?
What are you gaping at?
Do I really have to tell you?
Now,
Look at yourself,
get
and then
lost.
look at the others. All they've got to wager is their labour. But you've got coin.
Are there any rules?
Aye, a couple. Whoever lands on his arse or runs loses. And no knives, axes, or any of that shit. You'll forfeit your wager for that, got it?
All right, let's fight then, if you think you can take me.
Hold your horses, laddie. First, you have to prove you're a worthy opponent for me by beating two other regular brawlers, Stephen and a fellow they call Ringlet. May the Lord watch over you.
What are you gaping at?
What
Have you
in the-
paid? Now, then get lost.
It came from over here.
Hey! Hey, you! Don't move a muscle!
What? You there! Stop!
Surrender! You'll have to
Don't
answer
move a
for your
finger.
lawbreak.
Oh. You were seen thieving. Well, you won't forget this in a hurry, because it'll take a nice pile of coin to fix it.
This is surely no way to treat one of Sir Radzig's men. I dread to think what he'll do when he finds out.
Try your fairy tales on someone else.
Oh well, what can I do? Here you are.
All right. Just make sure it doesn't happen again. And since I trust you as much as I trust, well, a thief, I'll just search you to be on the safe side. Better hand over the loot now.
And how are we supposed to live in the meantime? On dirt and air?
It's not that bad.
Not that bad? I woke up with a rat in my blanket.
But I'm reduced
A
to this. I'm from Skalitz and, well, you know.
Here you are. I hope it helps.
Thank you, good wife. Thank you.
So many people died and this bastard has to survive.
I see you survived.
Aren't you observant?
You still owe me. Don't think I've forgotten.
I don't owe you. I owe your father, and he's dead. So get out of here.
Do you really want to make me angry? You really think that's wise?
No, I don't. Fine, I owe you. And what am I supposed to do about it? You think you'll get anything from me? Look at what I've got. But maybe I could. Maybe I could tell you where you can find some money. If you forgive my debt, that is.
All right, then. Start talking.
No. First, I want you to swear you won't be demanding anything else from me.
Very well, then. Talk.
When we were running from Skalitz, I heard something. I don't know who said it. It's a miracle I could even hear it in that chaos. Either way, somebody hid a lot of coin under a dovecote.
Under a dovecote? And that's it?
That's all I know. How many dovecotes could there be in Skalitz? If you've got the guts to go back there, you're bound to find it.
Fine. We'll see.
Bread, fresh bread. Bread. Rolls, buns, and pretzels for you.
Asparagus asparagus that'll cut you in half, and cucumbers that'll cure what ails you. Come get them.
I'm reduced to this. I'm from Skalitz, and, well, you know.
Baked goods fresh from the oven. Come and get them.
Everything I have. Leave a poor woman to starve. Sigismund took everything I had, and got to space. Have some compassion.
Flour, egg, salt, yeast. Let it bake a bit.
My respects to you.
Do you know if there's anyone around here who could use my help?
I don't know.
May the Lord watch over you.
Can we do something about the problem?
Aye?
Are we agree?
Picky is he? That's putting it mildly.
Halt! Who are you and where are you going?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith. I'm going to see my liege, Sir Radzig Kabila of Dvoyets.
Of course you are, lad. And I'm the Pope. What do you want from his lordship, and what makes you think he'll see you?
I may not look the part, but I know about honour and duty. And mine is to tell Sir Radzig what happened to the sword he commissioned.
All right, then. Go ahead. It'll be your skin if Sir Radzig isn't pleased.
shit. Start off. No, clear off. Let me sleep. Why are you waking me? Go away.
Huh? Leave me be. I want to sleep. Huh? Shit. Sod off. Huh? Shit. Sod off.
Could that be the smith's son, Hal?
On my soul, it is him. What are you doing here, lad? We thought you were done for.
Bandits attacked me in Skalitz.
And why, for God's sake, did you go back there? Who else but cutthroats and bandits did you expect to find?
I needed to bury my parents.
Oh, I see. Your father fought like a lion. I'm sorry.
He saved my life.
And not just yours. He was a good man, and you did right to bury him.
I didn't even manage that. I failed to save him or put him to rest.
And just what could you have done at Skalitz? If you tried to fight, the both of you would be dead. He gave his life for yours, Hal. So you'd better make good use of it.
You're right. And just what are you doing here?
I must speak with Sir Radzig. Is he here?
He's in the palace with Sir Hanush of Ratai. They're feasting in the Knight's Hall. What do you want with him?
My father made him a sword. He asked me to deliver it to Sir Radzig.
I don't see any sword.
No. Bandits attacked me and stole it. I need to tell his lordship what happened. And then I'm going to find the sword.
Of course you are, Hal. Good luck.
Thanks.
What was that noise?
Your Graces, I have to tell you in all seriousness that this land of ours is in the shit. Deep fucking shit. Don't you agree?
I might not have put it as eloquently as you, Hanush, but I've been driven out of my own castle, so I'm hardly going to disagree.
Indeed. But Birkstein is yours for as long as you need it. There's room enough for your men and you here at Rattay, and I'm sure my ward won't have any objection to me lending you his castle.
I'd be honoured. Birkstein is at your disposal as long as you wish, Your Grace.
Just as well you have another castle at the other end of town, eh? At any rate, I'm beholden to you, Sir Hans, and to you, Sir Hanush.
I don't like to speak ill of your people, Sir Radzig, but, well, there's no love lost between the townsfolk and the refugees. There's been talk of criminality.
No, they'll have to get used to it until the situation's resolved.
But when will it be resolved? And what on God's earth is this war even about? I won't lie, sir. I don't understand it.
You aren't alone, Father. I believe Sigismund's original intention was to persuade Wenceslas to accept the imperial crown and to leave the rule of Bohemia to him.
Who could blame him? I know Wenceslas is a friend of yours, Radzig, but even you have to admit he brought it upon himself.
I can't deny the king neglected affairs of state for other pursuits. There is a need for order in the land, but I don't think the lords who sided with Sigismund realized just what Hungarian order looks like.
Hungarian order?
What concerns me, sir, is how a good Christian could resort to such brutality.
To give him his due, I don't think he expected the lords of this country to stand behind the king. But thanks to him, we're tearing ourselves apart, and now he has to get things under control.
But why in God's name does he have to use those barbarians?
Money is the root of all evil, young sir. Wars are costly, and this one has dragged on for a year. Sigismund ran out of coin for knights, so he recruited those whore sons that settled in Hungary. The less he pays, the more they make up for it with plunder.
That's why he attacked us. He was after our silver.
What are you doing? You've no business here. Clear off.
Wait, it's Henry. Henry, who disappeared after I clearly ordered him to remain at Taumberg.
I'm sorry, sir, but I had to bury my parents.
Had to? Do you think you were the only man who lost someone there? But the others listened to their lord.
And it wasn't just your own life you nearly threw away. So Robard and his men risked theirs to save you.
I'm sorry, but I had to.
Oh, there you go. When you have to, Radzig.
Your father was a remarkable man, and your mother, she was remarkable too. They deserved a Christian burial. Did you manage that at least?
No. I was attacked by thieves. I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for that girl.
Girl?
The miller's daughter, Teresa.
The miller's daughter saved you from the footpads? Well, there's a tale to tell your children.
I owe her my life. She distracted them and then brought me to Rattay. But without Sir Robard, we'd both be dead.
Oh, that's what I call a good woman. Hang on to that one, lad.
Still, it's a great shame your parents are buried in unconsecrated ground. That means purgatory for them.
Be quiet, Friar. I didn't invite you here to eat me out of house and home and deliver a sermon while you were doing it.
If you're so concerned, Father, maybe you should save the innocent souls of these fine Christians yourself. Go to Skalitz and consecrate their graves. I assure you, if you're killed by bandits, your soul will soar straight to heaven, as long as someone buries you in consecrated ground first.
If there's anything left to bury, that plump carcass of yours would be quite a feast for the wolves and the crows. And one skeleton looks much like another, so how would we know which were your ordained bones or those of Sigismund's Tartars?
Be that as it may, why have you come here?
I must get your sword back.
Sword? My sword hangs here at my side.
No, the sword my father forged for you. One of those thieves stole it from me.
They almost killed him and he already wants to go back.
Takes after his father, I suppose. Lad, I've lost a castle, a village, silver mines, and a good half of my subjects. Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
I understand. I'd feel the same way. But prudence is the better part of valor, and a dead man keeps no promises.
Aye. The woman had to save his fat from the fire, and now he wants revenge. What kind of fool are you, boy?
He's no fool. Henry, you have courage, but you need training, arms, a horse. Or do you mean to beat this thief at dice?
No, sir. Please, take me into your service and give me the chance to learn these things.
The gall of him. Fled from the enemy, disobeyed your orders, duped Sir Divish, lost your sword, put Sir Robard in danger with his actions, and now he wants a promotion.
Sir Capon's right.
What you say is certainly true, except for fleeing the enemy. You would have run as well, believe me. Henry's earned some punishment, but how do you punish someone who's already lost everything, Courage and blind obedience are good qualities for a soldier, but a wise man also appreciates loyalty, perseverance, and determination. Besides, that was a fine sword that his father made. If he thinks he can get it back, I won't turn it down.
My lord, he's a peasant. You can't make a squire of a peasant.
Why not? Someone made a priest of a pig.
He isn't a peasant, father, he's a blacksmith, and recent events have left me in need of his skills. So, you'd like to enter my service?
Sir, Yes, I would. You won't regret it.
I probably will. I'm doing this for your father, lad. Don't disappoint me.
Oh, fortune has finally smiled on you today, lad. Make the most of it.
Now that I think about it, Sir Hanush, the boy needs training and experience, and you need spear carriers.
That's true. The bailiff is always complaining about your people making trouble in the camp. Maybe one of their own among the guard might help.
It might. In any event, it will prove valuable experience.
But let's be clear. You're the one paying him. Captain Bernard, see to his training, and then send him to the bailiff.
Yes, sir.
And don't spare him.
You can rely on it, sir.
Don't forget, Henry. Don't disappoint me.
I won't, my lord.
Good day to you.
You're Stephen, aren't you? Milan tells me he won't fight me until I beat you.
Oh, yeah? And why would you want to? Well, never mind. I'll fight you if you pay me. What do you say? Farewell. Cunt! You're going to cry. Oh dear. Shite! Yeah!
God be with you.
I'm interested in...
Uh-huh. And what do you want?
I need healing.
But of course.
I'm not giving you that much.
And how much are you?
Is this enough?
Come now. Just a little more. May the Lord watch over you.
I'd like to make...
And what is it you'd like?
I'd like,
That can be arranged, but you'll pay in advance.
I'm not giving you that much.
And how much are you willing to pay?
I'm interested in your...
And what is it you...
Actually...
May the Lord watch over you.
You there.
Fresh bread! Come and get it! Man cannot live by bread alone, but he can't live without it either.
Be merciful, good neighbours. I lived like you did till Scarlet was burnt to ashes.
Bread, fresh bread! Bread!
الو كاكا السلام عليكم. جوني جورج باس بريكم دقو باس شو او تلفوني بقرن تخوا خلاص وش صار والله تلفوني بقرن تلفوني شو بقرن مش بهم ختم بولايتهم ما لك لبنا هلا يا السلام عليكم با قربان گرما زاگا تلفون کرده بو والله یاسی ابراهیم لله بکو پیوتم والله او چیه که ولدان یاری ای بنای دیسکورد ابراهیم وای بنای لقد خلص الول قال شيء قبول كده خلص الول مو بجونا وعليكم السلام أريبو منير وشيو السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته وده موضوع سيء والله ما كمبيوتر والله أنا من ببجي اي بوكي جون والله بس سيفي كم لازم خلصلش مع ملاقة